Welcome back to Nerd Dog Radio.
Corey DLG.
Captain Joey Savage. Laughing DLG over
Corey
here.
DLG.
That last segment was great. While Nico's laughing over here.
We're never that funny on the air.
While Nico's laughing over there, Corey DLG, hit him with that Space Cadet swag.
All right, with school back in session and summer coming to an end, when the kids get rowdy, they should go to Space Cadets. With comic books, collectible card games, board games, role-playing games, and toys, all in a family-friendly atmosphere, what more could a person ask for? Magic Friday nights.
Friday Night Magic.
Officially Friday Night Magic.
Official.
And then there's going to be various events every day, and especially the weekends. Dungeons & Dragons, Family Game Night, and various other events are regularly scheduled at Space Cadets Gaming on Robinson Road, allegedly in Oak Ridge.
In Oak Ridge. Speaking of Space Cadets Gaming, this Saturday, August the 19th,
Whoop!
the 4th annual Space Cadets Con, their very own convention where they bring in tons of guests, us being included.
That's why it's tons, because it's by weight.
Yeah, it's by weight. We embrace the fat, and yeah, we'll be there. Sam De La Rosa, who is an artist for Venom, is their big get this year. Last year it was Tony Fleeks from My Little Pony.
Yes, the Tony Fleekage. I remember that.
Yep, but yeah, come see us. We're going to be there all day long. We're going to be playing some Mario Kart. We got t-shirts if you want to buy them. Just come out and say hi. Just Corey will sign your baby's head.
Yes,
as always.
That's true, with a felt Sharpie pen.
And we'll make Nico do dances for a quarter. So it's going to be fun.
2 quarters, I raised my prices.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever, buddy.
2 quarters this time.
Good luck with that.
Nico, can you show up ready to do some Hamlet?
Yeah,
can you do that?
I can practice. I gotta. What monologue? I think I'm gonna do the Yorick one.
Just do
the
that.
Skull.
When it gets real quiet,
Yeah.
and I just clap 3 times, just go into your monologue.
Walk into it
Just walk around and do your monologue.
with the skull.
This is going to be great.
That will make me so happy.
This is going to be
That
awesome.
would make me so happy.
I'm excited.
Poor Yorick. He was a man of infinite jest.
Here he goes. He's practicing already. So come catch us this Saturday.
How much of that do you think you know off the top of your head?
Start.
I only know like. Oh, geez.
Just start. Go.
So he finds the skull and he was. God.
He's
I
done.
gotta think about it.
No,
I don't remember.
it's
I
over
don't
now.
remember
It's
nothing.
We'll
over
come
now.
back to you at
It's
the end.
over
We'll
now.
come back.
No, we won't.
Hey, listen. Practice at the end of the show. We'll give you another shot.
No,
Deal?
we're pretty
Deal?
busy. I would check the schedule. We're
go.
booked.
So come see us. It starts at 10 o'clock, I believe. Tons of stuff going on. There's a
That's
costume contest.
10 p.m.
10 a.m.
Oh.
There's a costume contest, so their own cosplay contest. They've got some Pokemon stuff going on. They've got a magic thing going on. I think a video game tournament.
Like a magician? David
Yeah.
Copperfield?
No, Magic the Gathering.
Oh,
And
I like magic.
there's a trivia as well towards the end of the
If you could
show.
pull a quarter from behind someone's ear
Yeah,
kind of thing.
definitely. I have no idea what you're doing right now.
That's my quarter gesture.
I'm a little scared. Okay,
Quarter.
so speaking of gestures.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of gestures.
Uh-oh.
All right, so some big. Okay.
Whoa.
I thought this week's been kind of slow,
Yes.
but we both kind of agreed there's been 2 things that have gone on that are kind of big news.
Yes.
It's probably the biggest news of the week, and they both involve Netflix.
Yes.
So, part 1.
Part 1 to me is the Millarverse being purchased. Although there's 2 things about this I think are kind of tricky.
Millarverse?
It's actually Miller, and that's the thing is he's Scottish, so the A is an E sound.
So everybody's like, Mark Millar? He's like,
Right.
no, it's Miller.
Right. Miller. He Miller.
I'm William Wallace.
Right. So then just do that as like a Miller.
So Mark
I
Miller-
am Mark Miller.
Mark Millar. There it goes. Mark
Yeah.
Millar. So
So-
what is some of the stuff he's
So
written?
he's an indie creator. He started off doing The Authority and when Wildstorm was still an Image comic book. And then from there he kind of just branched off and did some crazy things. He's the creator of Kick-Ass.
Yes, he is.
He is the creator of Nemesis. He's the creator of
Kingsman?
Kingsman is what the movies are called. I think it's Her Majesty's Secret Service is what the comic book
Right.
is called. It's the same thing though.
But he also wrote...
There's about 17 different projects that he personally is the creator or co-creator of, and it's all under the Millarverse.
But he wrote for Marvel because he
Yes.
wrote
The Ultimates.
The Ultimates, and then part of the Civil War storyline that they used in the movies.
Correct. He actually was also the consultant for 20th Century Fox for a brief period of time when they were going to reboot the Fantastic Four.
Right.
They brought him in and paid him a bunch of money, and then they sent him home.
And then it turned out that it stunk, so they should have kept him.
Right.
So anyways, he has
mistake.
He has his own publishing company, or his own comic book company.
It's not even really his own company.
Distributing company. I don't know.
No.
What it is, really.
He basically has his own like label.
Okay.
So just like Dr. Dre's Aftermath is part of Interscope Records,
Right.
Millarverse has always been part of other companies
Right.
and moved around a couple times, but it's pretty much always been its own imprint on another publisher. And Netflix bought that. That's what they bought.
So we talked last week.
about how
and
Netflix
the week before, you guys mentioned it when I wasn't here.
Netflix is massively in debt. $20 billion in debt on paper.
But they're moving towards
It's a lot of paper.
original content.
That's what they want to do.
And so this is a step for them to buy a comic.
But see, we don't think it is, though.
Yeah, so our biggest thing, we both talked about this.
Right.
All his great works, they're already done.
They're all licensed. They're all optioned.
So what do you do from
there?
there?
Was a really good article on bleedingcool.com where they basically run through everything that's in the Millarverse umbrella, and there's only 2 projects that aren't currently licensed somewhere.
So they're going to have to get those licenses back.
And it says in the article that a lot of them are floating, as in like they've been purchased but nothing's happened. And so a lot of times what happens is there'll be time limits on those options.
And they'll fall off.
And they fall off,
back,
exactly.
And then they can try to create original content out of the Millarverse.
Right.
Millarverse.
Right now there's only 2 projects, though, that are actually kind of completely unattached, and neither one of them is really all that marketable. I think what this is, and in every press release where they talk about it, money isn't talked about at all. I honestly think Netflix essentially locked this down for free with some promise of money back in, depending on what gets optioned and picked up.
Which is a great idea for them because now they own properties they didn't have to pay for, and if they make money off of it, it's straight profit after they pay back the production costs.
Right, and it's a great idea for Miller as well because he works kind of in seasons, and it's been a little while since he's had some stuff come out. So if I'm just kind of playing devil's advocate here, I bet in the next 6 months you see a bunch of announcements of projects coming from him.
Yeah, there's probably stuff that he's been working on that he hasn't told anyone yet.
And that's what he does. He works real quiet because he's a slow writer. He has a slow schedule. His process
it's so good.
It is,
so
but his process will take a long time. He's actually the guy who wrote Old Man Logan, and the last part of that came out a year and a half after the rest of it.
Yeah, which the movie was based off of. His story.
Yeah, the movie Logan was based roughly off of that. Yeah.
Now, to the next big news.
This, I think, is actually a good thing for Netflix.
This is one thing we both agree on here on episode 70 of Nerd Thug Radio.
Oh, you got it in there.
Nailed it.
Anyway, so Disney is announcing that they're going to
pull out,
exercise their option.
They're pulling out.
For early release.
Let's just call it what it is.
From Netflix.
They're pulling out for early release. Let's just call it what it is.
Listen, that's a problem for Disney. Netflix Disney frustrated.
With all the streaming services, Disney is now coming and saying, we are going to have our own streaming service.
Right.
So they're pulling out in 2019 from Netflix.
Right. And
so
this doesn't affect anything in the short term for Netflix. But what it does do is it gets them off the hook for some of those future things that they owe money on. Because Disney is essentially saying, when our early option hits, we're going home.
Right.
So you don't get to buy anything else from us.
Yeah, we're filing for arbitration. We're out.
Well, no, they don't have to. They could just. They just opt out. And so because of that, because 2019 they want to have their own streaming service,
which is
a year and a half.
A year and a half. Not even. No, it's like a year. We're in August. This is the 8th month of the 12-month calendar.
A year and a third.
Yeah, something like that.
I was on the Jewish 16-month calendar.
So yeah, so within a year,
based on moon rotations.
Let's just say within 2 years. We'll leave it a year, whatever. But 2 years from now, they're done with Netflix.
Yes.
That can get Netflix off of, if they've got any contracts that last till 2020, now that's fallen off. That's money they don't owe. That's money they can save to pay back stuff. It kind of gets them off the hook for this massive amount of money they're paying for Pirates of the Caribbean, your Star Wars stuff, even your Marvel. Like they'll still have the Netflix Marvel stuff. That's a separate entity.
Right.
But having to pay for the Captain America movies and all that kind of, the cartoons, all that stuff, donezo. They don't have to pay for it anymore.
Right. And actually
helps catapult them into doing their own stuff.
It does. And I'm not even sure which of the superhero movies actually even moves, because the superhero movies, this is another weird part. So right before, like a year before Marvel sold to Disney, they actually made a distribution deal with Paramount. And in that distribution deal, Paramount, it was either Paramount or 20th Century. No, it was Paramount. Got to distribute all the movies.
Right.
So when Disney bought Marvel, everyone was like, oh, that's so smart. They're going to get all these little pieces. And it was like, no, those pieces of those movies, everything that's already been announced is already chopped up. So when they get to phase 2, when they start doing the new stuff, the Black Panther movie, the Ant-Man and the Wasp.
That's phase 3.
Phase 3. I'm sorry. You're right. No, phase 4. This will be phase 4.
No, Black Panther will still be phase 3. Phase 4 doesn't start till after the next Avengers.
Yeah, everything after the
second Avengers.
Right, everything after the second Avengers, that's going to be phase 4.
Right.
That is when Disney starts making money on this deal.
Okay.
So even the stuff that's on Netflix right now was actually distributed by Paramount. So it might stay.
It might, but your Star Wars won't.
Your Star Wars, all of your Disney, Pixar animated.
Even do they even have the distribution rights to Probably the stuff that's going on Disney XD that ends up coming on Netflix. That stuff's all.
That's all Disney stuff. Yeah,
that's all going to go to the streaming service.
Yeah,
so you're going to have Disney with its own streaming service, DC with its own streaming service, and then Netflix is going to have to do their own stuff.
So now you're going to have to pay like $70 a month to pay for all your streaming service.
Who needs cable anymore? I'm going to buy HBO Go, DC streaming, Disney streaming, and Netflix. I'm done.
WWE and Hulu.
Gotta forget. I don't even watch Hulu anymore.
Your wife does.
But I don't. She can figure it out herself.
And then Amazon?
She's got her own job. I don't pay for that. Amazon Prime.
Oh, that's right.
There's not even anything on there, really.
There's going to be, though.
Ugh.
That's the thing is they've announced, 3? They have like 3 shows.
The Tick.
And then,
Ugh.
And then Hulu's going to have New Warriors and...
Oh, God, yeah, I forgot about that. I guess I'm going to have to get it.
See,
I'm getting rid of cable.
You're like...
Dunzo.
If they go...
Cable's gone.
Eventually, some of these are going to be $15.
By 2019, cable's gone.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't need it anymore.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Man, if WWE would ever just get rid of USA and just put SmackDown and Raw on their network.
But they do, like the day after, right?
No.
Oh, I thought they did.
No, it's like a week after.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
That's not good.
They put on Hulu, too. Just put it on your network.
Why is it on Hulu?
I wouldn't even need cable.
Why is it on Hulu?
Oh, part of the other thing with this Disney thing is they're going to create their own streaming service for ESPN as well.
Yeah, because the mouse owns ABC
so
as well.
I won't need cable at all.
Right.
This is amazing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I love 2019. Can we get here already?
So far, but so close.
As much as I don't want my kids to grow up, I'm ready for 2019.
Can you keep your kids the same age but get to 2019?
Shoot, that'd be amazing.
You'd be weird.
Teleport.
It would be.
Like
yeah,
to the future.
Time travel. Let's just time travel up.
No, I want to hang out. Like I don't want to miss the middle.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know.
Come on, Jimmy Eat World.
Just take some time.
You like where I was going with that?
Yeah.
We're stupid.
You know that movie? You know that album was originally called Bleed America?
Yeah.
And then 9/11 happened, and they made Jimmy Eat World change the name of the album to Jimmy Eat World.
Why don't you change that, Jimmy?
That became a self-titled album after it was released.
You're a great band. Let's jump out to a break. Don't forget, Space Cadets ConCon is coming this Saturday. Nerd Thug Radio will be there. When we come back, we're going to speak with the guest I've been alluding to.
Ooh.
NerdThugRadio.com.
Very mysterious.
Two fat guys talking nerdy.